Hi everybody, it's me Monica and welcome to another speed build. So today we are going to be doing a old cemetery and actually I've got requested to do this by Nina, who is a girl in Zagreb, and she wanted me to make, I guess, a replica of a cemetery in Zagreb, very popular cemetery in Zagreb called Mirogoj. And I didn't do the exact replica, but I was definitely inspired by that cemetery. That cemetery is usually huge. It has like 66,000 graves, I think, around that number, which is insane to me, at least when I'm thinking about it. And Mirogoj is actually built by a very famous architect called Herman Bolle in 19th century, at the end of the 19th century. And it's a very popular location in Zagreb. A lot of tourists are coming by and I don't know, it's just interesting. It's super beautiful, it's overgrown, it's old, and it has that like a special vibe. It's definitely insta ready. I would say it like that. I know that building a graveyard sounds a bit morbid. I think to me it sounds a little bit morbid, but also it sounds so normal to me. Let's say it like that. That's part of life, and I think that there is a lot of people in The Sims that they would like to have a nice cemetery in The Sims. I believe that before Sims 4 we actually had graveyards or cemeteries in The Sims, like The Sims 2. I think we had it in The Sims 1 as well. And I don't know why we don't have them anymore. I mean, we have some gravestones and things like that in the back section, but we don't really have a graveyard somewhere in the city, if I'm not mistaken. So I thought it could be a very cute idea, but I wanted it to look super old school, and as you can see, I'm using a new reshade preset, but I decided to use it just in my darker builds. But actually, and anyways, if you like it, it's called 100 Coffin, and if you want this to look the same in your game, you can download it for sure. I think that I have a version 308, if I'm not mistaken, of a reshade, but I think it supports the newest reshade as well, so you shouldn't have any problems with that. That's what I wanted to say. So you are going to find that in my description as well as everything else. If you like or dislike this preset, you definitely can tell me in the comments. I just wanted to get that special, how would I say it, old school vibe, almost like you have a very old picture from the cemetery I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what I was thinking of, and I found this preset perfect for that vibe. Also, you're going to see me doing like a small mausoleums, because as I said, I really wanted this cemetery to look very old school, and I didn't just wanted to put just the regular crypts and graves. I really wanted that something extra special, and I spent quite a lot of time doing this, and as you can see, I put a lot of them in here right now, but I changed that later on. I changed the number because when I started building them, I noticed that I just don't have the space. They're all covering one another and there is just too much of them, so I decided to reduce the number of mausoleums. But I really tried to make them all different, which was a challenge, I'm not going to lie. I definitely used Pinterest for some inspiration to do some mausoleums because I haven't seen any in my life, actually. I mean, in real life. I don't remember. Maybe I saw them in some castles in Spain that I visited, but honestly I forgot. That was a long time ago, and I don't know, I don't remember it very well, to be quite honest. So I used Pinterest for some inspiration. I didn't really copy anything, but I definitely did some similar things that I was able to find. And I cannot say in which particular style I was building this. I think there is a lot of different historical eras in here. I kind of combined them together and make them look maybe a little bit more fantasy, I would say it like that. But maybe you can hear in my music that I didn't go for the vampire vibe. I really didn't want that. I really wanted this to look like a beautiful old graveyard cemetery type of lot, and I don't know, I really loved it at the end. It was a lot of struggle, and also we've got an update, so I had problems with my video camera ini and things like that, but at the end I was managed to finish everything, thankfully. And also you're going to see that we are going to have like 2 long hallways, and basically there I put some epitaphs from Brazen Lotus, and I think that your sim can actually interact with those epitaphs, so that's very interesting. And some of these mausoleums are accessible, and some of them not. I definitely wanted this to be more decorational than just a normal graveyard. So I'm really hoping that you are liking this, because I put it a lot of energy in here. I'm not going to lie. Also, I decided to download some CC from the gym, and I must say, unfortunately, that his CC is very complicated to download. So what we are going to do is that I'm going to link every single thing for his items on my Tumblr. I'm not sure am I going to be able to finish that today. I'm not going to lie, I'm working all of the time and it's getting really hard to make all of these CC lists, but I promise that I'm going to do that. So you will just click on those links and download all of his statues and things like that, because I really needed different statues. I have one statue from Alexandre that is an angel, but I didn't have any crosses or Jesus or Mary or anything like that for like a Christian cemetery, like a typical Christian cemetery. So I decided to download that from Jim, because I just know that he has the most beautiful and just the most beautiful statues and things like that. So I'm really hoping that you don't mind. Also, as you can see, I used a lot of Alexandre as always. And also, as I said, I use Brazen Lotus's epitaphs. And I built a church. Actually, you're going to see that pretty soon. I didn't meant to build a church. I don't know why I did that. I think in Mirogoj actually something else in that big part of this build. But I decided to build a church there. So you have a church as well, even though there is an arch before that church, and I think the sim actually cannot get into it. So you're going to need to remove that arch. I just forget about it. Honestly, sometimes I forget that Sims cannot go through some things that I find very normal that you can pass, you know. So yeah, and what I wanted to say is one big thank you for all of the kindest messages and words that you gave me on my last Victorian house for my corona situation. And I just wanted to say that I'm fine, and thank you so much for taking care of me. But I'm really okay. I'm not depressed. I just sometimes feel a little bit frustrated, let's say it like that. I don't feel natural, you know. It's not very comfortable not to smell things or not to be able to eat because everything is disgusting. But I'm not depressed. I just wanted to say that so you don't have to worry about me, guys. I'm going to be just fine. I'm hoping that will pass and all is going to be fine. Yes. So, okay, guys, I'm going to let you enjoy the rest of this video, and I'm going to send you a lot of kisses, and I cannot wait to see you again very, very soon. Bye bye, you guys.